Okay, think about those easy grab-and-go snacks you find all over the world. Like pancakes, maybe those thin crepes you can just roll up.
Right. Comfort food on the move.
Exactly. Well, Japan has this really interesting food culture called konamano. Basically means powdered food. Osaka's kind of famous for it.
Yeah, things like okonomiyaki, takoyaki,
Like,
flour-based goodness.
but today, we're diving into one specific konamano that someone recommended we check out. Taiyaki.
Ah, taiyaki, the fish-shaped ones.
Mhm.
Super charming.
Totally. And, it's funny. Our sources actually mentioned it's maybe better to enjoy them sitting down, like in a park, not so much wandering through crowded streets.
Interesting point. Less chance of dropping that precious anko filling, maybe?
Mm.
But yeah, our mission today is really to get under the skin of taiyaki. Like, where did it come from? Why the fish? How do people even eat it?
Consider this your shortcut to understanding this super popular Japanese treat.
Let's do it.
Okay, so history first. It sounds like taiyaki isn't like super ancient or anything, more like early 20th century.
Yeah, that's right. Tokyo, around 1909. So late Meiji period.
And there was one specific guy, Sujiro Kobe, at a shop called Naniwaya Sohanten. He's the one credited with inventing it.
Seems so. And the story's pretty cool. Apparently, he was first selling something called imagawayaki.
Oh, I know those, the thick, round ones, usually with bean paste, too.
Exactly. But apparently, they weren't flying off the shelves. They just weren't that popular.
So he needed a gimmick.
Kind of. He had this light bulb moment. What if he changed the shape? Instead of a plain circle, make it look like a sea bream. A tie.
And tied the sea bream. That's a big deal in Japan, isn't it? Symbolically, I mean.
Oh, hugely. It's linked to good luck, celebrations. You often see it served at weddings or New Year's. It sounds like meditai, which means auspicious or happy.
Ah, okay. So transforming a simple snack into this lucky fish shape,
Mm,
that must have really clicked with people.
absolutely. Symbolism is so woven into Japanese culture. It wasn't just a cake anymore. It was a little edible piece of good fortune that definitely helped it take off.
Plus, let's be honest, a warm, sweet snack, especially when it's a bit cold out.
Hmm,
There's just something comforting about that.
totally. That craving is real. It hits that sweet spot.
So, thinking about why people love it so much today, our sources highlighted like three main things. The first one is kind of surprising. It's the different ways people eat it.
Right. It's not just grab and bite. There's apparently a whole thing about where you start. Head first, tail first.
Or even the dorsal fin. That's wild.
Yeah, there was a survey mentioned. It seems like around 60% go for the head first.
Okay, makes sense. Get right to the main filling, the anko.
Then you've got about 17% who start with the tail. Maybe they like saving the crispy bit for last or building anticipation.
The crispy dough lovers. And the dorsal fin crowd.
Tiny minority, like 2%, definitely the rebels.
Haha, yeah. But it's fascinating how a simple choice like that says something about what you're looking for, the immediate hit of sweetness versus, like, savoring the texture.
And the source pointed out it can even be a conversation starter, like, hey, head or tail, a fun little icebreaker.
True. Okay, so second big appeal, that perfect balance between the filling, usually the anko, and the actual dough.
Ah, yeah, the heart of the taiyaki. And again, that survey backed up the idea that people expect, plenty of filling. Over 60% want that head packed with red bean paste.
Can't argue with that.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's the other side.
Right, the tail. That
Uh,
satisfyingly crunchy dough bit. Some see it as almost like a palate cleanser after the sweetness.
yeah, I can see that. It's that contrast, the sweet and the slightly savory, slightly crispy dough that makes it work so well.
It's probably why it's had such lasting appeal. And, while Anko is the classic, it's cool to see how it's
Like
evolving.
the other fillings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chocolate, custard cream, sweet potato. People are getting creative. It shows how tradition can still innovate.
Okay, the third key attraction brings us back to the beginning, really.
Yeah.
It's that cultural value, the taiyaki, as a little good luck charm.
Exactly. It's all tied back to Tai sounding like midite, meaning auspicious.
Mhm.
That connection is really strong.
And there's even folklore about it.
Yeah, little playful things like eating from the head makes you smarter, eating from the tail makes you run faster, stuff like that.
Uh-huh, love it. So it's more than just food.
Definitely. For all ages, grabbing a taiyaki feels like you're getting a little bit of good luck. It taps into that whole Japanese custom of, welcoming good fortune into everyday things.
Okay, I'm officially craving one now. So if you are in Japan, where should you go? Our sources mentioned a couple of spots. First one, Naruto Taiyaki Hanpo.
Right. That's a pretty big chain. It sounds like they had 58 stores back in April 2025, so they're quite widespread.
And they have a special technique. Ichoyaki.
Yeah, it's apparently the traditional way, dating back to 1909. They grill each taiyaki individually one by one over an open flame.
Oh, wow. Not like baking a whole batch on a tray.
Exactly. That individual grilling gives it, supposedly, a really thin, crispy skin and a nice savory aroma. Takes more
It's
share.
that makes a difference. And their fillings.
Classic Azuki bean paste, of course. But also, Naruto Kentoki Imo, that's a type of sweet potato from the Naruto area. Sounds delicious.
Yeah. And they do seasonal ones, too.
Yeah, keeping things fresh. And you can find them all over, including places like Asakusabashi and Nihonbashi Ninjocho in Tokyo, generally open 10 a.m. to 10 p.m., sometimes later.
Good to know. Payments?
Cash, usually, and some QR codes like APY, but it can vary. Best to check their website for the specific store.
Okay, cool. And the second place sounded really different. Asakusa Taiyaki Koboguraku. They offer a taiyaki experience.
Yeah. This sounds amazing. You actually get to make your own taiyaki using their commercial machine. You make like 6 of them yourself.
Whoa, that's hands-on. And they even have an English program for it.
Yep, specifically mentioned for foreign visitors. Super helpful.
And the place itself sounds cool. Japanese style.
Totally. Red, shrine-like outside, ukiyo-e prints inside, those nice Japanese umbrella lights. Even a little garden for photos.
That's
Sounds
it.
very atmospheric and welcoming. Less like a factory, more like you're visiting somewhere.
Nice. And it's near Asakusa Station. Easy to get to.
Yeah, 232 Nishi Asakusa in Taidoku. Walking distance from Sensoji Temple, Nakami Street. Prime location.
Okay, so the experience. It runs pretty much all day by reservation, 9 a.m. to 10 p.m.
That's right, though. Takeout and their little cafe are 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. The experience needs booking, lasts about 50 minutes for up to 6 people, and get this, over 10 filling choices.
More than just sweet.
Oh, yeah. Things like keema curry, cheese, alongside the usual bean paste and cream, savory taiyaki.
Wow. Okay, cost for that.
It's 3,850 yen for adults, a bit less for students, 2,750 yen, and 2,200 for younger kids.
Seems reasonable for making 6 taiyaki and the whole experience.
I think so. And they also have regular takeout with some unique flavors like green tea bean paste and that zashiki cafe space for chilling with gelato.
Reservations mostly online or phone?
Looks like it. Website for 2-6 people. Gotta inquire for just one person or bigger groups. They take cash, cards, and a bunch of QR payment options like PayPay.
Good to know. Any fine print for the experience?
Yeah. Just a couple of things. Little kids need an adult with them who isn't making taiyaki. Maybe wear clothes you don't mind getting batter on or bring an apron. And yeah, be mindful of the cancellation fee, 50% the day before, 100% on the day.
Standard stuff, but good to remember. Okay, so great options in Japan. But what about enjoying taiyaki generally, maybe even at home?
Yeah, our sources had some tips there too. First, definitely try starting from different ends. Head, tail, see what you like best. It's part of the fun.
Discover your taiyaki personality.
Exactly. And explore beyond anko. Custard, sweet potato cream, whatever sounds good. Find your favorite filling.
They also mentioned it's great for sharing. Portable, makes a nice little gift.
And there was that charming little observation that taiyaki somehow tastes even better when you share it with someone.
Ah, that's sweet. The power of shared snacks.
It really is a thing. Food just tastes better together sometime. And hey, if you can't get to Japan,
Frozen taiyaki to the rescue.
you got it.
Yeah.
Apparently readily available in many Asian grocery stores, and they gave instructions for heating them up properly.
All right, to get them crispy again.
Yeah. Quick zap in the microwave, maybe 30 seconds, just to warm the inside. Then into a toaster oven, about 3 minutes per side, to crisp up the outside.
Makes sense. They mentioned pan frying, too.
As an option, yeah, maybe with foil.
Yeah.
But maybe watch out for burn marks, as they put it. Toaster oven sounds safer.
Noted.
Yeah.
And they even mentioned a couple of brands you might find online, like on Amazon.
Yeah, one called Paraseka Natural Life Mochiri Taiyaki. Sounds interesting. Uses rice flour for a chewy texture. Comes in cream and anko, shelf-stable too.
Convenient. And the other.
From Kura Sushi, the big conveyor belt sushi place, apparently their sweets are popular too, and they sell frozen taiyaki in bulk, like a set of 20.
Huh, who knew?
Yeah.
Sushi and taiyaki. So basically, there are ways to get your fix.
Definitely seems that way. So yeah, wrapping it all up, taiyaki is clearly way more than just, a fish-shaped pastry.
Absolutely. It's got history, that cool Tokyo origin story.
It's got the cultural weight, the good luck symbolism from the tie shape.
The whole debate about how you eat it, which is kind of fun.
And all the ways to try it fresh from a specialist shop, making it yourself, or even heating one up from the freezer at home.
It covers a lot of ground for a simple snack.
It really does. Which leads to maybe a final thought for you listening. We talked about that idea that taiyaki tastes better shared,
Yeah,
but maybe
right.
there's something more general there. Perhaps the simple act of sharing food, especially something with a unique shape and story like taiyaki, connects us to the culture, to each other, enhancing those simple pleasures.
Hmm. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other everyday foods that we just grab and eat might have these hidden layers of culture, history, and connection just waiting underneath the surface?
Something to chew on.